Hello everyone, this is Eagle and welcome back to Steel Division 2. So we have a handful of divisions left in the Soviet forces, and today we are going to talk about the 44th Guard Strelkovy, or basically the 44th Guard Infantry Division. So it's mentioned here that it was part of the 65th Army, which led the Babryansk offensive. It is also mentioned that the 44th Guards Rifle Division was reinforced with a tank brigade from the 1st Guard Tank Corps. And as a result of this, the division has unusual combination of infantry and T-34-85 tanks, which replaces, of course, the older models of this tank. The division also has Su-152, the heavy assault gun tanks, as well as the Su-76 self-propelled guns. And it's mentioned here by the game that the 44th Guards Rifle Division is actually a good choice to be used as a well-balanced division in the game, which means basically that it has lots of combination and lots of diversity when it comes to units in terms of infantry or tanks or support guns. So that's what the game mentioned. I did some research about this division. So to add to what is mentioned here, this division was actually formed in 1942, and it was transformed from the 5th Vitebsk Rifle Division. During Operation Bagration, this division was not actually reinforced by a brigade from the 1st Guard Tank Corps. However, it was part of the 1st Guard Tank Corps itself. It was attached to it. So the 1st Guard is a corps, and the 44th Rifle Division was attached to that corps, which means that it should have had access to all the units in this division and or in that corps. So just to summarize, the 1st Guard Tank Corps had actually 3 tank brigades and 1 motor rifle brigade. And the corps also was supposed to have the Su-85s. So we are missing the Su-85 tank destroyers in this division, and I was hoping that they were there actually, because they would make a big difference. And the reason that I'm saying this is that the 1st Guard Tank Corps actually should have had the 1296 regiment, which consisted of Su-85s and Su-76. And as we can see, or we will see later on the anti-tank tab, that we only have the Su-76. So, as I mentioned, we are missing the Su-85s. So that was actually all what I have about this division. Most of what was mentioned about this division in the game was actually accurate. So let's move on and see how did we build this division. Okay everyone, so this is the division. This is the 44th Guard Strelkovy, or the 44th Guard Infantry Division. So if we have a close look about this division, we can see that there are lots of diversity in this division. We will start with the Recon tab. And in the Recon tab, we do have the Sniperi. We have actually 4 cards of these. I used 2 of them. And both of them I used the Doshka Recon card with them. So that actually give me access to more Recon unit. I could have used the Konya Razvedka, which has a strength of 11, or Konaya Razvedka. But I have mentioned this before. I believe that I hate the availability that comes with this type of division, so I think it's a waste. We can compensate it in the infantry tab. And the motorized Razvitka is actually also have very low strength. So I only choose to use snipers in this case. So moving to the infantry tab, and this is pretty standard infantry division. So we do have the Gvardiya DB, we have Sabiris, we do have Tanko Tisaniki, which I usually couple it with the M2A1 armor car. We also have Automatiki, and I used another card of the Gvardiya DB in phase B, and another card of Sabiris, of course, and also another card of the Gvardiya in phase C. This is not the one with the anti-tank rifle, but with the heat shields. And another card of the Gvardiya DB in phase C. I didn't use a commander here, and I believe I put the commander in the artillery tab. We will check that together. But there is no much left here other than the Sabiri BBSH, which I don't like this unit at all. I mean, it has the Panzerfaust, but other than this, it has a strength of 4 and it's pretty weak. And we also have the normal Gvardiya. I took one card of these, so other than this, all what we have here is commanders. If I would have chosen a commander, I think I would have taken this Tanko Komroti because it has a sniper, but I didn't take in this tab. I choose to save the slots. So moving to the tank division, and here we have all T-34s and different choices of T-34s. So mostly T-34 85s, model 43 and model 44. But we also have the T-34 76 and the T-34 76 42. And we have also the commander version and the commander version of the T-34 85 as well. In my case, I choose to take 3 tanks in phase A from the T-34s, and then I put the model 44 in phase B and phase C. So I didn't take the cheap ones, and I didn't think it's necessary to take them. But of course, sometimes you need some cheap units or cheap tanks in order to be able to suppress a bush, which is something we are going to see in the next game. Actually, it was a rush game, but anyway, that's how I configured the tank division. In the support tab, I like the SU-152. I think I like the ISU-152 better, which has the AB shields, but this one also is pretty good. So of course I took 2 cards from these, and I also take the gun, the OB 2576mm. I also take this flamethrower team and the SG-43. And I didn't take the mortars. I don't like to use these kind of mortars. Lots of guys do, so, and they use them very effectively, as I said before. But in my case, I didn't use them. And of course, I took 1 card of the supply trucks. Anti-tank tab. And as I said before, I would have expected SU-85s in this tab. But in this case, we don't have these. So we only have the SU-76, which I took 1 card in phase B. And they are pretty cheap. So that's why I took a card on phase B to provide me with 6 tanks. And of course, I relied on the M42 45mm in phase A, and the Z3 76mm also in phase B. And I took 1 card of the BTRS, which can do lots of change, actually, to be honest, in the game. in the anti-air tab, and I like the anti-air tab in this division. It has lots of varieties. In my case, I took one card of the Zen Art 85mm and another card of 37mm in phase B, and then I took another card of the 85mm in phase B as well. So 6 guns and 6 AA 37mm. Someone might say why you didn't take the ZSU M17. And this is a pretty good anti-air, but the problem with it is the range. So it has range of 750 meter, which is not quite good. I mean, it literally needs the plane to be on top of it in order to shoot it down. So that's why I did not take it. Anyway, moving to the artillery tab, I took one card of the mortars, 120mm, and as I said, I took one card of the commanders in phase B. And mobile artillery, of course, SU 76mm, as well as off-map artillery. Again, someone might choose station artillery, like the F-22 76mm or the ZIS-3. And there is also the choice of the 122mm, which has a rate of fire of 5 rounds per minute. So someone also might choose that. But in my case, I prefer the mobile artillery. In air tab, so we have some choices here in the air tab. So for example, we have the IL-2M, which is a cluster bomber. I don't like these cluster bombers. I don't think they are useful at all, neither against tank or even infantry, so I don't use them. The BE-2R is a good recon plane, but it has very less availability, so I also did not use it. I took the Yak-1B as a fast fighter bomber, which can be used as a fighter and a light bomber in the same time. And I took Tubilov 2S, which is a heavy bomber in phase B, of course. And then I took one card of the Yak-3 as a fighter in phase B, as well as 2 cards of the IL-2M, which are very useful when you are playing against tank division or an armored division. Yeah, other than this, I don't think there was any other chance to take any other plane. So that was basically it. That's how I configured the 44th Guard Strelkovy. The 44th Guard Strelkovy is actually one of the best divisions in the game. I still think that the 26th Guard, which was the division before this, is way better than this division. But still, this division is pretty good. And we are going to see that in the next game. So let's jump in and see how did we perform in a battle. So everyone, this is the game. I am playing on the right side with the 44th Guard. And my opponent is playing on the left side using the 21st Panzer Division, one of my favorite divisions in this game. I am in red and he's in blue. My opponent today, his name is Jokerr, Jokerr R. And we started deploying our troops. He started deploying some SBWs, light vehicles, and also some SD KFZ. All of these are fast recon light vehicles, which is one of the main advantages in this 21st Panzer Division. We are both playing balanced. He also deployed support or assault gun, the Panzer 39 105mm, and some Panzer forces. He's deploying lots of tanks at the beginning, which makes sense as this is a tank division. Let's see if they will be able to destroy some of my units. So his attack was overwhelming. I have the Su-152 coming here, but I have no tanks. I just deployed a T-34. I should have started with tanks, given the fact that this is a tank division. So what he's doing basically is kind of expected. But I had the OB-25 76mm, and I was able to take down 2 of his light vehicles, which is still not enough. Another Panzer 4s coming from here, 2 Panzer 4s. In this side, I was able to overwhelm him. Or at least I'm pushing my troops, trying to overwhelm him. And I have support or assault gun along with the anti-air 85mm. He's trying to push in this side to take that flag. Let's see if he's gonna succeed. And on this side, he's trying to do a blitzkrieg attack or a rush attack, overwhelming me with his light armor vehicles. But I have 16 flag and he has 8 because he lost this entirely. He didn't plan the center very well. He didn't put enough troops in there. I was able to take one of his SPWs on this side. He's pushing almost each and every light armor that he has. My T-34 is already here. I think I'm gonna lose this Su-152. Am I? Okay, the T-34 advances and destroys this. That's good. He's trying to support these light vehicles with the Panzer IV. On the north side, he lost both of his SBWs. I think these were even 3 tanks, 3 light armor. He lost all of them with a flamethrower team. That's big loss. And here he's trying to clear this area using light recon. He was able to go behind my line and destroy the Su-52, the Su-152. Okay, that is a big battle right now. His SBWs are basically surrounded, and I have my 85mm firing on his Panzer IVs. Let's see who's gonna win this fight. Okay, he lost both of the Panzer IVs, and he's trying now to destroy this 85mm using the SBW. But another T-34 is coming, and also there is a BTRS here, and he has a gun damage. So basically he lost all of his advancing force, which is a major loss. In this side, I'm still having control, but he has a large number of troops. He was able to clear my units here using his infantry. Pretty fast game. That's because he tried to rush so fast. This is also a very wrong move from his side. I mean, these support guns are supposed to hunt from the very back, sit back and hunt. So advancing it like this was not a good move, and obviously he lost it. Good thing I am moving now two T-34s, 85s, to this side. Three Panzer IVs are trying to get to engage with the 85 millimeter. It's too much for it. Yeah, they were able to suppress the anti-air without losing any tank. On the other side, he lost one of his recon units here. I have only three T-34 85 tanks in phase A. So I have already pushed two of them here, and I am pushing one more here, trying to support this side. And I also have two 85 millimeter, and I already lost one of them, and the other one is in the south. Situation is a bit critical for me because I don't have enough tanks. Destroying his Bag 38. So let's see if I'm gonna be able to hold. Okay, the anti-tank gun is firing 14.5 millimeter shells, but it won't do any difference against his Panzer IVs, and he's now pushing more infantry units. The tank of Disaniki were able to clear this area from his infantry. He's using cheap infantry, which costs only 15 point, disheartened troops. And I understand the reason behind this, because he is trying to invest more on tanks in phase A, so he need to use cheaper infantry. So 13 flag to me, 11 to Jokerr. I'm trying to clear this area. Big push in this side using lots of tanks, lots of Panzer IVs. Okay, my T-34 is trying to engage the Panzer IVs here. Let's see if they can make any difference. He still hasn't lost any of his tanks. But he put large number of units in this area in the southern front now, trying to secure the front. I have lots of 45 millimeters, which are not so great, but they can do really good damage if they are kept in close range. So I'm trying to get them as close as possible to these tanks to actually destroy them. He has one back here also, which covers this whole area. Okay, I lost the anti-tank gun in here. Okay, support guns were able to destroy his command Panzer IV, and he lost another Panzer IV, so that's really good. We have now entered phase B. which give me access to tank destroyers that I have been keeping for phase B in particular. "12 to 12. He destroys the T-34, which was actually hurt from a previous battle. Northern side, he has control over this flag. In the south, he was able to destroy the T-34 here, I believe using this Bag 38. He has two bags here and he's now deploying a support gun, trying to push my units from here. He is actually trying to destroy the 85mm using this support gun. The thing with the support gun now in Steel Division 2 that they are really overpowered. They are OB. They can hunt from 2,000-meter range, and they have really powerful salvos. And he lost his Panzer IV here against the Su-152. He lost it with an HE shell, and that is probably because his tank was also hurt from a previous fight. Okay, I'm deploying more anti-air. I ambushed his Marder here. Marder is really great tank. I like the tank. Oh, he loses two of his advancing infantry here thanks to this Gvardia. As I was saying, the Marder is really great tank as a tank destroyer, but you shouldn't actually bring it that close to anti-tank guns. He's trying now to destroy the guns. Not sure if I will be able to destroy this Grilly or not. Yeah, it was bent down, but I was not able to destroy it. One thing I did is that I actually withdrew one tank from here, the T-34 85, and I put it on this in the center, along with the Su-76. He's now gonna try to destroy the Su-152, and he succeeds. He's pushing infantry recklessly in this side. The Marder here is going to hunt the T-34. Yeah, as I was saying, the Marder is a good tank to hunt other tanks. Okay, for team flag to 10, you only have one tank here, and if I can destroy that tank, I can actually clear this city or village to capture that flag. I'm targeting this 38 Bag 38. He destroys the tank destroyer, my Su-76. And I was able to take it down. Okay, I'm trying to hunt his Fokker Wolf here, but man, I really hate the fact that the plane has to break all that far in order to catch the fighter. I mean, it was right behind the plane or right behind the fighter, but the Yak-1B chose to take a big turn in order to hunt it, and of course the Fokker Wolf was able to escape. Hunting his Marder using the IL-2, which was an easy target. He's still trying to push on the center, but with no luck. He put lots of tank destroyers, and now Jokerr is pushing lots of Panzer Grenadiers, which he was saving to phase B. And this side I almost lost all my tanks. I'm trying to set up anti-air. Again, he's targeting my anti-air using the Grilly, which is a good way to destroy the anti-air units, especially the 85mm. He does not have an anti-air himself, though, which makes it possible for me to target his units using my fighters or fighter bombers. Okay, I'm trying to destroy his Bak 38, and I was able to take down one of his Marders. Okay, moving toward the Grilly, he was able to clear out the 85mm in this area. 14 flag, 13 flag to 11. Huge loss here, using a heavy bomber, destroyed lots of Panzer Grenadiers. 15 flag to 9, and the Grilly is lost. The Marder, however, was able to destroy the Su-76, but an IL-2 is moving forward to destroy the Marder 1, and he loses the Marder 1. Now he started to deploy anti-air 88mm along with a Marder 1. I didn't use much of my ISU-152 in this game, and the reason probably is because he has lots of tank destroyers, and it becomes quite hard to use these against actually a tank division or an armor division. Okay, wiping out his Panzer Grenadiers and trying now to hunt his Marder 1. And of course he lost the 88mm thanks to my Gvardia, which are hiding in this position. That was a big loss. Losing another 105mm. These 45mm, they really did some good job here, ambushing lots of his tanks on this road. I should try to clear those guerrillas. More tanks are coming. Panzer IVs, guerrillas, and on the center. Marder 1 and another 2 guerrillas here. He has a mortar as well. And on the center I have full control. On the north I'm preparing to take back that flag. There is one T-34 here. Another T-34 is coming this side to destroy these guerrillas. He's trying to hunt my Gvardia using the Storm Pioneer. And I lost sight of them using the Yak 1B. So he's probably going to be able to destroy them. One guerrilla is lost. Oh, and the bomber destroys the Pioneer, but I also lose the guerrilla in the process. I lose the Gvardia in the process. So both of us lost his infantry units. Trying to hunt that guerrilla but keep going back. Preparing to push on the north. Moving an aisle to M, but I'm not sure if I have sight. No, I don't have sight of the Marder 1. I lost the sight. And he right away pushes the Fokker Wolf. But I do have now lots of 85mm. So I'm not sure if the T-34 is going to be able to hold against the Marder 1. Yeah, it's a gun damage. And I loses the sight again, too bad. 15 flag to 9. He pushes another flag, 41 88mm. Trying to destroy that guerrilla, and I was able to destroy it. Pushing large number of bombers, same what he did. Replying back to his bombers by having large bombers myself. He was able to take down one. And here I was able to take down the Marder. In the north, we destroyed the Panzer IV. And I think he's gonna lose this Fokker Wolf. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, he lost it. So 14 flag to 10. At least he lost the Marder here. He is trying to push using this light vehicles. So I'm using the Yak-3 as a distraction, trying to destroy the Grilly. It was not able to destroy it. Too bad. Let's see if the Yak-3 is going to be able to destroy the Fokker Wolf. Yes, it was able to. But again, the Grilly is pushing toward the 85mm. I was able to take it back. Another IL-2 coming. I mean, his tanks are sitting ducks against my tank buster planes. That's because he doesn't have proper anti-air, and he's not even positioning that in a proper way. He lost one Panzer IV. The other one got bailed out, practically lost. Another T-34 coming here to hunt the Grilly. Let's see if I am going to be able to destroy it. And here we are attacking the Panzer IV and destroying it. And he also lost the Grilly here. He's trying now to hunt the IL-2. But I have anti-air and I have one Yak-9B trying to target. Wow, that Fokker Wolf sustaining heavy damage from the 37mm. Bad turn from the Yak-1B. I'm not sure he will be able to escape. Yeah, he was able to. And I also lost the Yak-1B. So 15 flag to 10, and he only has 3 minutes to adjust the score. 5 minutes now. So Jokerr doesn't really have much of a choice here. He needs to do a quick push to change the result, otherwise this game would be lost. And I think the best thing that he should do actually is having proper anti-air to protect all these tanks, since he chose to have really a bad rush at the beginning. He was able to take down a T-34 using another Grilly, using lots of support and assault guns. Deploying more anti-air. I think I'm gonna be able to destroy that anti-air SD KFZ, one of the best anti-air in the game. It's quite on my range. Why it's not seeing it? Really? I mean, it's right in front of it. How come this tank doesn't see this vehicle? I mean, this is open range. How close it should get, I mean, to be able to see it? I'm not sure. Okay. Now it's gone. Destroying another Grilly and hunting a Fokker Wolf. Fighter bomber. Again, bad turn. I mean, sometimes I have a feeling that the air fight or the dogfight in this game is somehow bugged. it's not as smooth as it should be. (13 flag to 11). Murder 1 against T34. The Murder 1 wins. Automatically trying to take down the Murder 1, but he backed down. I'm deploying more tanks and more anti-tanks, or tank destroyer. He also deploying lots of other Panzer IVs, Murder 1, and a Recon Panzer IV. But Jokerr doesn't have much time. He needs to do something to change that, because the outcome of the game is pretty much decided. And now, as only 2 minutes remaining, and it's 14 flag to 10. Also, I have put lots of anti-air in here. As you can see, it's a wall of anti-air. I'm not sure why I deployed this Tu-2S. I was trying to take the Grilly, and I'm not sure if this is going to destroy it. It didn't. Okay, the Su-76 here trying to hunt his tanks from here, and I was able to destroy one of the Panzer IVs. He also lost the Murder. This Grilly is really causing some trouble here because it's overlooking this road. Let's see if we are going to be able to destroy that Grilly or not. And at that time, the time is out and the game is finished. So 3,880 for me and 3,255 for Jokerr. Of course, he did lots of mistakes during this game by doing a bad rush at the beginning without having proper anti-air to support. But let's look at the kills. So as we can see here, this tank of the Saniki was able to take actually 2 of his SBWs. The BTRS also took another 2. It's a big loss to lose SBWs using 2 BTRS, but that's how it was. The Zen Art 85mm took 3 tanks. This was really good. 45mm took some support tanks. Other than this, yeah, the IL-2M, the tank buster, the rocket planes, was really doing good job in this game. They were very effective, and that's actually not what usually happen with me in other games. But in this game I was able to take down lots of tanks using these planes. As we can see, 2 Marders and 1 Grilly, and I believe I took even more. Okay, this anti-tank gun also took some of his tank units. So in general, he lost lots of tanks, thanks to the combination of the rocket planes, the anti-tank weapons, and the tank destroyers of the 44th. My losses. So basically, I lost the SU-152. I remember this one at the beginning of the game to the SPW-233. And other than this, he lost large number of recon vehicles as well, which was a big waste, to be honest. This Panzer IV destroyed lots of units. That Bag 38 was able to take down a tank destroyer and also a Doshka, 2 Doshkas actually. Oh, 1 Doshka. And an M2A1. The Grilly, of course, the Grilly and all of the support guns now in the game, if they are used right, they can do lots of damage to your troops. I could say that the game now is actually centered about the support guns, which is something I don't like, to have some support guns hunting like this from that far. I don't think even it's realistic. I mean, to gun something using an HE shell from 2 kilometers, and I mean, this is a direct hit, it's not even an artillery. So I didn't feel it's quite good, but that's how the game is running right now. Okay, this Marder was able to destroy 2 T-34s. In general, this was a really good game. It was good to showcase the 44th Guard. And I hope that you enjoyed this game, and see you in future games.